Nothing lasts forever.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fluffy Flamingos. My name is Shai Mizrahi, I am your host, and today we're going to be talking about how to make a routine for your magic shows. Question that I was asked twice in the last week, and I decided let's cover it. I think it's super important and something that's not discussed often at all. So, welcome to how to build a routine start to finish. First thing you guys are going to need is a theme. This is super important because that is what's going to help the flow of your show. It's going to create a basis of what you're doing and why you're doing it. So yeah, 2 years ago I did my last stage performance. I've done plenty of street performances since, but this is something for stage, just to give you guys a little taste of what a different atmosphere might be like for me. Just be warned that these clips are cut pretty bad just because whoever was filming me just kept taking a video and stopping and didn't cover a lot of the best parts. These are just some little snippets. Take a look. Sorry it's vertical in some of them, but here it is. I think I got one. So before the Ouija board was ever invented, psychics and mediums believed that the only way to convey information to the spirit realm was completely demolishing the information. So we're gonna leave that in there, let it sulk for a second. I want to just show you that all these cards are in fact different and confirm for the audience.
They are in fact different.
Awesome. So here's what I'm thinking. This is gonna be a little bit weird, but can you actually hold out your hands? I'm gonna give you the pack, and I'd like you to pick up about half somewhere and flip it upside down. There you go, put it on top. Like upside down on top. Yeah, go for it. Okay, and then do the same thing, but this time go deeper. Perfect. Okay, so I was thinking the two of hearts. Can you spread through the cards? The first card that's face down should be your card. Yep. And go ahead and show them what it is that you picked. Two of hearts. Now, go ahead, actually, let's do it so that you do tell us what your card was. What were we thinking of?
What was I thinking of?
Yep.
10 of diamonds.
10 of diamonds. It's a little weird, but I have a weird habit of placing cards in my shoe. You look in, did you see it? Yeah, there's a card in there? Yeah. Here, let's just dump it out, yeah. When I open it up, show them what you got. So, David, you know, we got a lot in common from stuff on our feet in the fall, right? Colorful and sweater, gloves, etc. Right? So Riley, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor. Can you hold out your hand just like this? I'm gonna give you the notebook like that. I'd like you to just pick up somewhere and read the word, but not out loud, just keep it in your head. Okay? Perfect. I'm gonna pick up. Let me see. You got it? Okay, and just put it down. I'm not gonna touch it. So, the other piece is I actually also have an envelope. It's kind of obvious, that's prediction. Inside this envelope, however, is what I like to call nothing. So, we're gonna leave this with you, and I would like to have you sign this envelope so I can't get to it, all right? Make sure it's the same one later on. So just draw something or write your name or whatever makes you feel most comfortable. Perfect. I'll take the Sharpie back and then go ahead and lift it up, show everyone what you wrote. Riley. Perfect? Sound good? Great. This is a book and a card. So the point of this is you're going to tell me when to stop, Rebecca. So go ahead.
Stop.
Okay. So we riffle to a certain page. Oh, sorry, it's getting caught. There we go. And I'm going to show you the page number. And I want you just, this time you're actually going to read it out loud and the first word on the page. Okay? Go for it.
136, composition.
Composition, sound good? 136, composition. So here's the weird thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna imagine taking this book, on page 136. 136, rip out the page. I'm gonna write the word composition in big, black, bold letters and put it inside the envelope. Let's see. So if we open up the envelope, I show you the contents. You guys see? You guys see it? Piece of paper. inside. Can you read the page number for that?
136. Composition.
So in that last show, I had the theme of synchronicity. Synchronicity is an occurrence of events that seem connected, but have no actual casual connection to them. I even found the scripting for my old show and how I ended it, so I'm gonna read that to you guys and just show you what I used to do. It's different now, but this was still a great closer, and I would use it again, I think. So the thing is that you need to find effects that are gonna go well together. You're not gonna do a coin trick, a card trick, and then a coin trick again. You're gonna do something that flows nicely and that just makes sense together. Doing a lot of mentalism bunched together makes sense. Mind reading, card reading, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I did in that last show. You don't have to do it that way. You can do whatever you'd like. You can do a majority of coin tricks and then have the second half of the show be card tricks. And again, this is for stage and street. This doesn't have to be narrowed to one field. But generally when you're booked, like if you're on a stage, you're gonna come out and you gotta have something to introduce yourself. They're gonna say, okay, and next up we have Shy Mizrahi coming up with a magic show. So I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna say something like a one-liner, a joke, something funny, just to break the ice, and then I'll do a very small piece of magic. Something to just kind of get their attention, like, okay, that was pretty interesting. Let's see what else he's got. What other fine tricks does he have to offer us? In other circumstances, maybe you're being booked to like a corporate show or like a table hopping presentation. Then same thing goes. You're gonna want a little way to introduce yourself as the magician. And a simple like, hello, my name is Shy Mizrahi. I've been booked as a magician for the night, and you guys are my first table. Just find a little way to introduce yourself and, you know, get the conversation going a little bit, get some traction. From this point, you're gonna start doing the middle section of your show, doing the things that connect together, the things that will be some eye-popping magic, some visual things, some mentalism maybe. Just make sure that none of your tricks go over like 8 to 10 minutes, because that really is telling you it's a long trick. That's going a little too far. Another great tip is to not have a lot of things in your pockets, because you want to be pulling out deck after deck and gimmick after gimmick. Then that's going to look really fishy and odd, and it's just wasting time as well. You look very unorganized, especially if you're like, which pocket did I put that in? You're just kind of checking every pocket you have. Doesn't look that professional. Really great way to minimalize what you're bringing is fill your arsenal with impromptu tricks, mind reading effects, and borrowed objects. Can I borrow your ring? Or can I see your watch real quick? Think of a card and we're gonna try and guess what you're thinking of. That kind of stuff doesn't really require you to bring much. Single deck of cards that is standard, normal, and then if someone asks me, hey, read my mind, you can do an equivocate, do something like that, which we taught in the last video. So go ahead, take a look at that last one that we did. Lots to learn, very interesting effect. Being able to teleport items across the room, card to pocket, those can all be done in the moment. Also gonna limit like setup time, resets, and that's always really nice. You don't have to take as many breaks in between. Another thing that I would love to give you guys advice on that I don't see a lot is being genuine with the audience. I get super cringed out when I'm watching a video and the audience is trying to get engaged in it and the magician's just zoned out, not really paying attention to what anyone's saying. I will admit I've been guilty of that in the past. I've seen myself like, oh man, I totally missed that guy's comment. I'm so sorry. And that sucks. It's not a good feeling to ignore someone in the audience. But you want to be genuine. Listen to what people are saying. Engage in the conversation with them. Make jokes that apply to the situation. What I'm saying is be in the moment. You can have as many jokes prepped as you want before you show up. But if you're just totally oblivious to what is happening in the moment, because every audience is different, every trick is going to have a different effect, then you're kind of missing the point of being there. Stay home and do mad tricks on YouTube all day like I do, and not even have to worry about what someone replies to or what someone's comment is. Nobody likes a magic like machine. They're just trick after trick after trick after trick. That's just so mundane. No one wants to be there for that. That's not what they're paying you for. So just do your job. That's what I'm saying. Just do your job. So at this point, we have a beginning of our trick, our little one-liner or icebreaker trick. Then we have our midsection that we just talked about. Not this midsection. It's a little full, a little too puffy. But now we gotta focus on the ending. How are we gonna close this show off? It's gotta be a big bang. Something that you're gonna find out soon is that the ending of your show is what's gonna stick out in their minds a lot, because it's the last thing that happened and it's supposed to be breathtaking. It's supposed to defy all logic and crush all the other tricks that you've done up until this point. I'm super sorry if you can hear that upstairs. My landlord's grandkids are over and they just love destroying audio when I'm recording. It was quiet 10 minutes ago, guys. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Ugh, I just licked the mic. So, 3 effects that I absolutely love to do as a closer is Red Pill by Chris Ramsey. No shame in that. No hiding that I'm a big Chris Ramsey fan. Here's a performance, or at least a piece of the performance that I did in that show, in that last show anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna try and figure out what card you're thinking of. It's red, yeah? Red, like a high card picture, maybe a picture. Queen of Hearts? Yeah? It's like, okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spread that out on the table. Come on over here. Great, and we're gonna spread it face up, and you tell me if you can find the queen. You can spread through, look for it. You see it? No? It's gone. Like we imagine taking it out and putting it inside. Can you open up your hand, flip it over? Show them what you got. It's inside the plastic sleeve. So, I'm gonna tell you guys the blatant, honest truth right now. That's not your card. It's actually, because I told you to put it inside the deck, right? Not inside the plastic, that's silly. But logically speaking, if you were to put it inside, there's only so much room that box can have, so I had to push something out. Like the red queen. The blue queen should be where the red queen was, but again, I think I gave you the deck upside down by accident, so it should actually be upside down inside too. So I'm gonna give the audience 2 options tonight. Option number 1, I can sign that, and you can go home and keep it as a memento forever. Or, option number 2, we can crack it open and see if I'm telling the truth. Open it! Open it!
Open it! Woo!
You want to open it? That one was a really strong closer. The audience was really engaged in that moment, and that is definitely one of my favorite performances I've done of that trick. Another great closer that I love to do is KAOS, which is a magic trick I taught first episode of the season. So take a look at that tutorial. It is such a strong piece of magic. A prediction from weeks ago. As long as you want, go ahead and check out those 2 videos of the performance and of the tutorial. Those links are in the description box below. But another piece of magic that I absolutely love to do as my closer is Double Exposure by Aussie Wind. If you guys haven't seen that trick, haven't heard of it, what are you, living under a rock? This trick is just pure genius, okay? I absolutely love this trick. I'm telling you, this trick is just gold. What a great way to end the night. Something that a lot of people miss out on for the ending is that you need to set the mood for it. People need to, 1, understand that this is the end after this trick is done, and 2, they need to feel the emotion. They need to feel a genuine connection to you as the magician, the entertainment. It was a great night that we were so happy to be here, and because it was such a great night, I want to treat you to something special. So, like I said at the beginning, I found my script from that show. What I said at the ending. So I wanted to read that to you real quick. This is not what I said before I did the trick. This is what I said after the trick was done. This was my goodbye, pretty much. Today's show was all about synchronicity, which, as I told you guys in the beginning, is the occurrence of events which appear connected but have 0 actual casual connection. So when I say that her card was in my shoe, the fact that it was in my shoe is just pure coincidence. The fact that the page appeared in the envelope was sheer luck. The Queen of Hearts was upside down in the deck after close examination, which was just a mass delusion. That's what we'd like to think to ourselves sometimes. That it's not true. That this guy's just an average man and he just knows certain tricks to fool us into thinking a certain way. But I'm here to tell you that magic is connected, but there's no discernible casual connection. The way that it is connected is a secret, which I will tell you right now. It's energy. plain and simple. I've never met any of you, and yet we made a spark on stage today. Not even just a spark, we made a bang, a big bang, a tidal wave of emotion and uncertainty. I'd say that's a lot of energy. We connected with Riley, we connected with Rebecca, we even connected with Steve, who's still in the audience. People coincidentally all bought tickets, complete strangers for the same show at the same time. We're all here tonight. That's a fact. But we're all leaving less than strangers with an energy that's unforgettable. The next time you're thinking how little something is connected, think again, because that's magic. I've been your host. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. It's been a wonderful pleasure working for you. I hope to see you all soon. Have a great night. That's it. The show is over. You walk off stage or you go to your little quiet place and cry. You had your fun entrance with that little piece of magic. You had that full midsection. And now you have that full embraceful ending. You want something that's going to stick out in their minds. That piece of magic. I like to do a lot of souvenir magic for the ending, for the closer. Because now I get to leave the audience with something special, an item, a memento that they can keep. The final tips that I will give you guys is to make sure that you research the effects that you're doing. Watch other magicians, see how they feel in the moment, their confidence. Look at what jokes they tell, what moments they decide to stick in and say something that's not on a script. Of course, practice the effects that you're gonna do. Make sure that they're angle proof or that you are covering your angles. Don't forget to pace yourself and of course, be confident. This is something that I've been saying a lot in the last few videos, but I mean it. Be confident. The worst that can really happen is that it just doesn't work out. And that's it. You're not gonna go home and die. You're not going to hell. I know it's so scary coming up to someone that you've never met before and just be like, hey, yo, dog, I got some magic for you, and now you're gonna watch me. And then you're gonna go, oh my God, that was sick. And you have to reply like that, all right? All right? It's weird. It is weird. I admit, it is a very strange thing. Just walk up to people and just be like, hey, I'm a magician. I do cool stuff, and you're gonna watch me. You don't have to be forceful about it either. That's just kind of my style. Like, hey, I got a trick for you guys. You guys want to watch? And they're like, duh. And then we end up having a great time. But there's no shame in failure. And you shouldn't be afraid of failure. Failure is what's going to get you better for the next performance. Failure is what's going to heighten your senses. And that's what's going to build the confidence, is knowing what failure looks like and being used to it after a while. Not that you're going to fail every time or like you're going to fail often, but you know how to react in the face of failure. You shouldn't be ashamed. If you drop your cards on the ground, then just pull out another deck of cards and be like, oh, don't worry, those are supposed to be there actually. I picked them up off the ground when I started, but now I got to put them back. And now you made a joke, you recovered, and that's fine. Don't ever worry about that stuff. Be confident, be yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video of Fluffy Flamingos. It's been awesome being able to teach what my routines look like and how I structure myself and how you guys can apply it in your routines. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and smash the like button for this video. Share it, give us some love. Peace out.